Welcome to AI Assembled, the top AI news for small business. I'm Chris Doelle, and each week I bring you the most important AI developments that can transform your business. Let's dive into this week's top stories.
Big news for SMBs running tight on infrastructure budgets. NVIDIA is now offering more than 70 production-ready AI models for free through their NIM API at build.nvidia.com. You don't need to buy GPUs, you don't need to set up servers, and you don't even need a credit card to start. Sign in with a free NVIDIA account, grab an API key, and call models from Llama, Mistral, DeepSeek, Microsoft, and NVIDIA itself using the standard OpenAI-compatible Python SDK. For SMBs, this eliminates the single biggest barrier to building custom AI features into your products: GPU cost. Build prototypes, test workflows, and validate use cases before spending $1 on infrastructure. Details at build.nvidia.com/models. The OpenAI and Microsoft partnership got a major rewrite on April 27th. Microsoft and OpenAI ended exclusivity, killing the famous AGI clause, and freeing OpenAI to use Amazon, Google, and other cloud providers. Microsoft will continue licensing OpenAI's technology through 2032 and keeps a revenue share. Why this matters for SMBs? More competition between cloud providers means lower AI inference prices, broader availability, and less vendor lock-in. If your business runs on Azure today, you can now expect OpenAI parity on AWS and Google Cloud too. Coverage at The Verge and CNBC. OpenAI launched GPT 5.5 on April 23rd, calling it their smartest frontier model yet for professional work. It's now rolling out to ChatGPT users, with significant gains in coding, research, and complex data analysis. OpenAI also confirmed they're building a unified ChatGPT super app that combines ChatGPT, Codex, and their AI browser into one workspace for enterprise customers. For SMBs, GPT 5.5 means better automation of multi-step tasks like financial analysis, contract review, and market research, all without upgrading your subscription tier. More at OpenAI.com. OpenAI launched ChatGPT for clinicians on April 22nd, free for verified U.S. physicians, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, and pharmacists. It synthesizes medical evidence with cited sources, drafts clinical notes, and answers patient care questions. For independent medical practices, urgent care clinics, and small specialty groups, this is a free, HIPAA-aware AI assistant that can dramatically cut documentation time. Apply through the OpenAI Healthcare Academy. Anthropic released Claude Opus 4.7 on April 17th, with major improvements in coding, image handling, and long-running autonomous work. They also launched Claude Design, a new tool for creating prototypes, slides, and visual assets in minutes. SMBs can now skip expensive design tools for early-stage marketing mock-ups, pitch decks, and product visuals. Claude Code also got smarter model picking and stronger permissions. Details at anthropic.com. Salesforce announced on April 29 that Slack is now the AI work platform for every Salesforce customer, available free. The company introduced Agentforce Operations, applying AI agents to approvals, compliance checks, and onboarding directly inside Slack. One early customer hit over 50% autonomous case resolution. For any SMB already running on Slack, this turns your communication tool into an agent platform without buying anything new. Coverage at Forbes and Salesforce.com. Google made a major SMB push at Cloud Next on April 24th. Gemini is now embedded across Gmail, Docs, and Drive in Google Workspace, giving tens of millions of small business customers immediate, low-friction AI access. The strategy is clear. AI capabilities arrive automatically. No separate purchase or implementation required. If you have Workspace, you already have Gemini. Coverage at SiliconANGLE. Vodafone Business announced a partnership with Google Cloud on April 22nd. bundling agentic AI and cybersecurity for small business customers. This is the trend to watch. Telecom and infrastructure providers are becoming AI distribution channels. Expect similar bundles from Verizon, AT&T, and regional carriers in the coming months. Before you buy a standalone AI tool, ask your existing telecom and software vendors what's already included in your contract. Press release at Google Cloud Press Corner. Deloitte's 2026 State of AI report dropped a critical warning. Agentic AI is scaling faster than guardrails. 74% of companies plan to deploy agentic AI within 2 years, but only 21% have a mature governance model for autonomous agents. The SMB lesson here is direct. Define what your AI agents can and cannot do in writing before you deploy them. Cover scope, data access, escalation rules, and human approval thresholds. Report at Deloitte.com. Forbes flagged a critical SMB risk in early April. 25% of U.S. taxpayers used AI chatbots to help prepare their 2026 taxes. The problem is hallucinated tax advice creating audit exposure and incorrect filings. The takeaway: AI is a starting point for tax research, not a replacement for a qualified CPA. Document any AI-assisted tax decisions and have a professional verify before filing. The same caution applies to legal contracts, HR policies, and compliance work. Coverage at Forbes. Your 30-day action plan. First, create a free NVIDIA Build account and test one of the 70+ models on a real workflow before paying for an AI service. Second, audit your Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, and Salesforce Slack accounts to find AI you already pay for but aren't using. Third, write a one-page agent governance policy covering scope, data access, and human approval rules. Fourth, ask your telecom and software vendors what AI is bundled in your existing contracts. Fifth, have a human verify any AI-generated tax, legal, or financial output before you act on it. That's your weekly brief. 10 stories, 5 actions, 30 days.
That's it for this week's AI Assembled, the top AI news for small business. If you found this valuable, share it with a fellow business owner. If you want a hands-on group that you can work with on your specific AI needs, consider joining Business Success Academy at freshmediaworks.com/BSA. Until next week, keep innovating and keep it real.